Welcome to Muscle and Nutrition, Episode 2, Season 1. We will be talking to you today about gyms, testosterone boosters, 4-day split training, and questions and answers. One of the first gyms was in the early 1860s, 1870s, which was the YMCA. And as time evolved, more and more gyms opened. The modern day gyms mostly started in California. I mean, you had Vince Garanda. He had a little gym in California. It was a small gym. We used to call it the dungeon. I visited it many years ago. It actually looked like a dungeon. And Vince Garanda was a great trainer, great coach. Actually trained Steve Reed, very popular Mr. Hercules in Hollywood. From there on, you had Joe Gold, who had basically Gold's Gym, which is a huge franchise of great gyms. Joe Gold also opened up another franchise called World's Gym, which is another big chain of gyms. It was by a gentleman named Arthur Jones, part of the novelists. He built the first resistant machines. Instead of just working with free weights, you were able to work with machines, which made it very popular for a lot of different styles of people. But what's very important is to find a gym that's close to your home. There's so many gyms today, so many great chains. Here in Montreal, Canada, we have a great gym called Monster Gym in the West Island. It's 80,000 square feet. It's got all types of machines, free weights, running tracks, cardio, you name it. When you join a gym, find a gym that you like, has the machines that you like, the type of clientele that you get along with. I mean, these are all important things because it's your second home. So find a good trainer. Make sure that you like the gym, that it's not too far from your home, and good luck. Now we're going to go into our nutrition department. We get a lot of people asking us about test boosters. There's one in particular. It's from a company called NO1 Science. It's called TX4. What are test boosters? Well, test boosters are really good for people over the age of 30, because over the age of 30 we start to lose our testosterone every basically 10 years. I mean, by the time we're 50 years old, we've lost half our test. We need this to give us energy, libido, strength, basically try to make you a younger man if possible. So it's something that I like. I've heard some positive stuff about it. I've done a lot of reading, a lot of different websites, WebMD and so on. Something that I recommend. This one's called TX4. I like it. I know some people have used it. I haven't used it myself personally, but I know a lot of people that have used it, and they basically said it was really good. So I'm definitely going to be trying it. Just to let you know again that TX4 can be ordered through our sponsor, iSmartNutrition.com. A lot of people have asked me, like, what type of training should I do? Should I train at night? Should I train in the morning? Should I train 5 times a week? Should I be in the gym 2 hours? Should I be in the gym 5 hours? Should I be in the gym 10 minutes? Well, there are a lot of different styles of training. One of them I'm going to talk about today is called a 4-day split. Okay, so a lot of people tell me, what is a 4-day split? Well, I've always liked the 4-day split when I was training. It's more designed for a serious athlete. It's more designed for someone that likes going to the gym, and I'll tell you why. The reason why it's called a 4-day split is because, I'll give you an example. You're going to go in on a Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then the 4th day you take off because your body needs to recover. Science has shown that the muscle recovers the best after 72 hours. So in other words, if you hit your biceps on Monday, the best time to hit it again is 72 hours after. All the muscle tissues have repaired itself. So I'll give you an example, 4-day split, how I would do my 4-day split. I would do chest and triceps, let's say on Monday, day 1. Because the chest is the bigger muscle, so I need more blood pumped into the muscle to tear muscle tissue so it can repair itself. And then I would do the small muscle, the tricep, because they basically work together. Day 2, which would be Tuesday, I would basically do legs, which are big muscles, and shoulders, okay? And the legs, I mean, it's something that you would start first because it's the bigger muscle, you need more energy, and you need a lot of blood because it's a really big muscle. Would be the legs and then the shoulders, okay? And then the 3rd day, I would do back and biceps. Again, big muscle to small muscles. Start with the bigger muscle because by the time you get to the second muscle, a lot of energy has been burnt and you need less blood in a smaller muscle than you do in a bigger muscle. And then the fourth day would be a day off, right? So everything repairs itself. So in other words, my training would go like this: Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Thursday, day off. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, day off. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, day off. I'm going to ask Joe, our producer from P2P Media, to pass me the emails. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. Okay, so look, what do we got here now? I like this one. What is a good protein? From Tom from Toronto, Canada. Okay. What is a good protein, Tom? Okay, well, that's a great question. Protein is the most important of all. I mean, let's face it, all the amino acids together make up protein. You got glutamine, you got L-carnitine, if you take one of the amino acids out, you don't have protein anymore. You'll have 21 amino acids or 20 amino acids. 22 amino acids are the building blocks which make up protein. So everybody has a job. Protein is very, very important. It's the building blocks of your bones. But there's different types of protein. I mean, there's vegetable protein, there's beef protein, there's milk protein. There's so many different types of protein. So the important thing is to find a good protein. Myself, being lactose free, Tom, I do prefer isolated protein. It's made from milk, it's microfiltered. 2 or 3 of my favorites are IsoCut. I like IsoPro. There's a new one I showed in our last episode, which I'll be honest with you, I started 3 days ago. It's called Prosotropin. It's got IsoCut, IsoPro inside there. I'm taking the natural flavor. That's another thing about the proteins, I mean, there's you got to find one that you really like the taste of. You know, getting back to that, that's so important, because you can have a really good protein, but if you don't like the taste of it, you're not going to take it. You can get a protein that's really terrible quality-wise, but if you like the taste, you know, you're probably going to take that, but then you'll probably get fat on that protein because it's all full of sugar. So it's trying to find something that's good quality and tastes as well. IsoCut, IsoPro tastes really well, but myself, I take natural for the prosotropin because there's no flavoring to it, so I'll add water with a bit of juice. Another thing that's very, very important about protein, when to take it. This is the question that I get asked a lot. I like to take protein in the morning because I just slept 8 hours and, you know, my body needs to rejuvenate the protein. The next important time is after training, because right after the training, the muscles are already repairing itself, so the protein is very important for that. And I like to take protein before going to bed because I know I'm going to be sleeping, and your body recuperates the most when you're sleeping, you know. So I would say those are the 3 best times to take your protein. That's my personal opinion. Some other people might look at it differently, but I find in the morning, after training, and before going to bed. This is why lactose-free protein is very important for me, because I don't want to take a protein where I'm going to go to bed at night and, you know, I got an upset stomach. Hopefully, Tom, that answers your question. Thank you for sending it in. Thank you for taking the time to watch Muscle and Nutrition. And just to remind everybody, our show is aired every Friday, okay, on YouTube and Facebook. For episode 3 for next week's show on the Muscle and Nutrition, we're going to be talking about how Joe Weider, the founder of bodybuilding, modern bodybuilding, how he created the Mr. Olympia and how he got the name for the Mr. Olympia. We're going to be talking about this new amazing product from a company called Anabolic Sciences. It's about phytoceutical sterols, okay? This is a really amazing product. We're going to be talking about biceps style training, the Scott curl, hammer curl, how the Scott curl got its name, and again we go back to questions and answers, okay, about your favorite exercise or supplement that you would like to know about. So